two rich crybabies crying about each other. One of them mentioning one by name, the other one playing pussy.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Welcome into the Joe Cronin Show. Ah, you bunch of bastards. What's up, you beautiful bastards? You beautiful bastards. I say I read the comment section, but I don't. This guy's such a fake. Listen, I don't know, man. Part of me wants to rip into Philip DeFranco. You know, I've got a lot of shit aside. I've got a lot of witnesses. I've got a lot of clips. I've got a lot of contradictions. I mean, I have a full-on fucking hit video ready to go. I've also got one on KEEMSTAR, you know? And here's the thing. I want to find out which one I should go after. Who should I go after, KEEMSTAR or Philip DeFranco? That's what I want to know in the comments down below. I might even put up a fucking poll or something. Who should I go after? The KEEMSTAR who fucking is jealous of people's success, so he flips the fuck out on them. And he's basically got fucking conspiracy theories up the ass about what people are doing. Or Philip DeFranco, who genuinely usually comes off fairly honest, but based on his monetary gain and business practices, one can only assume that he's some kind of evil Wall Street wannabe, but he ended up on YouTube. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about here. There's, of course, the alleged infidelity that's been going on with Franco, which I'm not even going to get into that because that's a whole rabbit hole I don't even want to go down. And, you know, the guy, from what I understand, the guy never would have done anything like that and never happened. But who knows? We could take a look at Philip DeFranco's accusations. We could take a look at KEEMSTAR's accusations for what he does or what he's allowed to do away from his woman. Now, we could go either route, and I really don't know which way to go yet, and I don't know if I even want to, but it's up to you in the chat below. But Philip DeFranco released a statement finally answering the BetterHelp criticism that's been happening all over the place. Now again, I hold Philip DeFranco at the top tier of this whole thing. And maybe, you know, he said, oh, I'm not the, people are calling me the mastermind and things like that. Well, you know, maybe he's not the mastermind. But, which I think I called him that too. And I think he's referring to KEEMSTAR, obviously. This whole video is about what KEEMSTAR said. He just never references KEEMSTAR. He just says people talking because he's afraid to give KEEMSTAR publicity, I suppose. You know, I don't know. But why are you even reacting to it then? Why not just dismiss it? You know, for the good of the community, Philip, you could have mentioned him and created some better beef to go along with your BetterHelp app. I do kind of believe that it is possible that, you know, he used the app and it worked out or whatever. But you know what I'm not finding possible is, here's what I don't believe. I don't believe that Boogie used the app, found it so helpful that he decided to promote it, was told he would get $100 per sign up. See, again, we're missing the important information. KEEMSTAR and Philip DeFranco. And by the way, if KEEMSTAR fucking ends up doing this, then I'm going to know he listened to this video and rip me off like a pussy. And if he does, I'll fucking really go hard on Keem. But, because Keem is afraid of me. He just fucking, the fucking guy just pussyfoots around and is scared to even speak to me about anything. If I had the cure for cancer, KEEMSTAR wouldn't talk to me. All because he fucking had a sour falling out with a guy that was my co-host once, that I helped grow his channel originally. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm saying this in a good way. You know, when I had 10,000 subs, I gave Tommy, 1,000 subs. And that's when KEEMSTAR eventually, they found him years later. Anyway, through that whole thing. But the bottom line is, because of that, apparently I'm a piece of shit. Which is funny because he interacts with him like a fucking maniac. And yet I have 60,000 subscribers on YouTube. Which isn't a lot. But it's a lot for me. And I've created a business and a life and out of it. So, I mean, I don't know what to say beyond that. But here's the thing. Nobody is bringing up the fact that I fucking completely lost my train of thought. I lost what my point was going to be. What the hell was my... Oh, yes. So, BetterHelp, if they actually pitched to the creators, hey, we're going to offer you $100 every time someone signs up because, when they sign up, they tend to stick around for 3 to 6 months, and we make more than that money back. So it's way worth it to us. So no one has addressed that, I don't believe. I don't think Phil DeFranco addressed that. I don't think anyone else did. I just find it hard to believe that Philip DeFranco just was like, you know what? I need BetterHelp. So I'm going to go use this service. Oh my God, this is helping me so much. I could use them as a sponsor. And then Boogie was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to use BetterHelp because Philip DeFranco, and maybe I'll use them as a sponsor. Oh my God, I love them. I'm going to use them as a sponsor. And then, Shane Dawson was like, oh my God, I used them. I was I don't believe it. I don't believe that Shane Dawson, Philip DeFranco, Boogie, and that bitch who came back to YouTube saying like, oh, this place saved me. They've all got the same kind of indoctrinating story for everybody, right? The same like, oh, I needed help, and then I loved them, so then I whatever. But the only other thing we can say to counteract that is, again, that the rating they get online is kind of decent. It's like 85% out of 100, or maybe 75% out of 100. It's like 3.9 out of 5 stars. Some cases 4 out of 5 stars. So you can't deny that there is a majority. The majority of people do enjoy BetterHelp. So it's not that far out of the realm, I suppose, that Philip DeFranco, Boogie, and this chick would all like it. And then we would hear from some people that it was a scam. So, who do you believe? I mean, Keems had an axe to grind with Philip DeFranco for a long time. The guy hates his guts. Keem has some kind of fucking... See, I think Keem is full of shit. I think KEEMSTAR hides behind the fact that he always criticizes people for Patreon or whatever the fuck, right? So he has like some kind of weird fucking thing because he doesn't... I don't know, and I don't know if it's genuine. I don't know. Like, I've heard him criticize anybody that uses Patreon. Like, I use Patreon. If I didn't have a Patreon, I wouldn't have a job. My kids wouldn't eat. And now Keem would say, well, get a job, you dick. Well, yes, if that didn't work out, that's what I would be doing. But to stay on YouTube and to stay doing this and to provide the hours of shit that I do and to keep doing the job I love, I said, hey, here's my Patreon. Want to do it, guys? I'm going to do all this shit. And guess what? If you build it, they will come. They did come. And I come every night. So I built it. They came. And there's nothing wrong with it. But KEEMSTAR has some kind of fundamental thing against that. Well, I guess that's how you could be if you're rich. So if you're already rich, I could see how you would be against Patreon, I guess. Because you don't understand that people need it. Now, does Philip DeFranco need it? I don't know. To build the empire he wants to build? Yes. I think Philip DeFranco could be a little more transparent in the fact that, listen, guys, I'm pretty much set, but I'm only opening a Patreon because I want to build an empire. I don't want to just be Philip DeFranco in my house or whatever, doing these vlog videos. I could certainly do that and live a fine life and not need anything. But as a bonus, guys, if you want to see this venture happen, put your money into it. But again, you don't need to keep me going. I've already got enough money for that. But if you want to help me build this venture, then I get it, right? I get what he's doing. It just seems weird. Like, I see these videos from his office or whatever, It's like, and he's like talking like it's TMZ or something, and they do these like TMZ-like videos everywhere, and it's just like, dude, this guy is making millions of dollars a year, multiple millions of dollars. Like, he's got to be making like $300,000 a month or something on Patreon. I don't know what the numbers are. So I can appreciate KEEM's policing of Philip DeFranco, but again, you know, capitalism, you know, you would think that KEEM would actually, this is something normally I think KEEM would back, this type of capitalism, because KEEM always, from what I understand, seems to lean slightly to the right and seems to be a little bit capitalistic with things, but maybe not. You know, he's got a weird sort of, I think he uses this to sort of pretend like he's screaming for the fans and the innocent listeners, like, oh, glorious KEEM is sticking up for, you know, Michael, who works at McDonald's, who shouldn't have to give up his $2 to $5 a month for Philip DeFranco, who doesn't need it. You know, and so I think KEEM uses that to sort of hide behind so that he can attack Philip DeFranco, because he doesn't like Philip DeFranco, and I don't know what the reason is yet. There is clearly a reason that KEEM actually hates Philip DeFranco, and I know that it's probably not Patreon. It's probably not anything. It's probably either a news story that Philip DeFranco did back when KEEM was getting hate and all that shit. By the way, I backed KEEM when that happened. What they did to KEEM was fucked up then. You know, but he's done a lot of fucked up shit to people. But anyway, we got a lot of shit on KEEM, and we got a lot of shit we could talk about, or we could go after Philip DeFranco. Quite frankly, I don't give a shit either way. I know Philip DeFranco will never answer my questions that I sent him, nor will he ever come on this show. He couldn't give a fuck less. He pretends to read your comments in the comments section. He doesn't. The one thing I can say about KEEM is he does show up to places. He does show up to debate or to rebuttal or to defend himself many times. He's actively around in the community, you know, being involved in people's shit and his own shit and whatever. Whereas Philip DeFranco is like behind some kind of fucking force field Trump Tower somewhere. So there's the arguments. There's my opinions kind of out there. I'm sure I left some shit out of this bullshit. What do you guys think? Philip DeFranco or KEEMSTAR? Who's the bigger cunt? And this got demonetized now. Cunt. Just took a sip of my Mountain Dew. Hope it kills my sperm so I don't have more than 3 kids. I'm Joe Cronin, and I fucked your mother.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style.
The Joe Cronin Show is brought to you by WrestleCrate. Go to WrestleCrate.com. Enter coupon code Joe Sent Me.
Go, call the show. I'll fuck your ass. I wanna kill myself. If I think it sucks, I tell you.
The Joe Cronin Show.
What's up, guys? It's Joe Cronin. I've been doing this on YouTube since 2007, and I've been doing the Joe Cronin Show since 2013. Here's some other videos you guys might have missed. If you missed them, you don't want to miss them, so click on them right now. Yeah, clit on them. Take your clit out and rub your clit, and then fucking click on them. Do whatever you want. The Joe Cronin Show, coming to you on the Corrupted YouTube channel. You can subscribe to youtube.com/corruptedpodcast right here, or over on youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Follow me on Twitter at my new Twitter account since I'm banned for life, at CorruptedPod. That's at CorruptedPod. Peace.